We're live. Hello. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. With me today is KJ Wong, who is helping others to reach their sales potential by removing the fluff of selling and helping you with differentiating your value. Is there anything else you'd like me to add to that introduction, KJ?
Well, I think you've pretty much said everything that I'm trying to do in my life. I started Awake by 5 a.m. with the intent to help a lot of people learn the real principle of selling. As we both know, there's in the selling arena and the fact that the word exists, people are very nervous about that. And there are a lot of things that is up in the market, or you watch movies about how people sell, and there are a lot of kind of like a misconception of what selling is supposed to be. And so my existence online, and also what I intend to do, is to help people through that understanding of what my personal belief about what selling is.
Okay. So, you know, I guess everybody has a backstory. So what was your life like before you got into sales or before you got into coaching sales?
Ah, well, you're going back a bit. So like I was a researcher. If you're going to, before I officially become a sales rep, I was a neuroscientist, and I work in a neuroscience lab, of course, being an RA. So I started, my supervisor was the one who actually started the business. It's called Newbody. You can't really find it now. They changed their name. And so I was his first employee who actually set everything up. And so I was a scientist, and I love science. And unfortunately, as a lot of people know, science is a tough world, and funding is not strong. Lucky for us, we are a private company. After doing that for quite a long time, I've decided to change. And what really triggered the change was I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Uh,
And it was my investor friend. I mean, I somehow hung around with the right group of people at a right time. And they were two friends, husband and wife. They are financially free. And they always say, I always hang around with them like once or twice a week in their family home. And they would feed me and keep telling me that, dude, you got to read this book. You got to read this book. And, and so they were the one that pushes me to buy my very first investment property. And I did that sight unseen. No one normally do that. And I was just using numbers. And they shoved this book to me first, and they go, look, you got to read this book. And it literally changed my life, because Robert say in his book, if you really want to learn a lot about life, you really need to learn how to sell. And I kind of go, oh my God, like seriously, I've been doing this for a long time, or living long enough anyway. And that resonated with me, so I bought the property first, of my investment property. And then from there, I got thinking, like I think I really seriously need to learn how to sell. And so I decided to change job. I was working for Newbody for quite a long time, and as a general manager. So my dad didn't speak to me for 2 weeks, because he felt that I demoted myself from being a general manager back to account manager. But you know what? Since then, he apologized, and he reckons that the way I talk to people, the way I kind of like engage with other people has improved so much that he was very impressed within like literally 3 months of doing selling. And so he actually spoke to me privately and apologized, which is, if you come from a Chinese background, everyone knows that your father don't apologize much.
uh,
That's the way it is. And my dad did. And so it is a rare moment of beautiness, like it is just going, wow, like my dad was apologizing to me. That's quite rare. And it just went from there. So that's the start of my selling career from then.
okay. Who do you usually work with nowadays?